They're a team that people think might be a dark horse in the league this year, and there's a lot of excitement around Idaho State football coming up. So we're very excited to be joined by third-year head coach Cody Hawkins, the leader of the Bengals right now. And Cody, as always, thanks so much for being here, and we're just looking at your guys and the group that you have, and I think it's going to be an exciting year for the Bengals. How do you feel about this group?
I feel really excited. Kind of going into year 3, you've done it a few times. You feel like the culture's a little bit solidified, but we have a lot of new faces who've been hanging around our program for a while, and just seeing their development over the couple years, it's exciting to see them finally take the reins and make their mark on the program.
Coach, your 5 wins last season were the most since 2018. What's your focus on as we enter fall camp to build on that progress?
I think we got to be physical at both lines. I think in this conference, the teams that end up playing the longest are really, really good at the line of scrimmage. So both sides, offense and defense, we've been really trying to emphasize that. And program-wide, whether it's the investment, the scheduling, the recruiting, we're trying to make sure we can continue to fortify both sides of the ball there. Our offensive identity isn't going to change, but our emphasis and ability in those situations is going to increase. And really proud of the work that Striker Rashid, who you guys will talk to in a bit, what he's done with the offensive line. And, Coach Grant Duff coming over from Weber has done a great job just kind of installing an attitude and being a little bit more multiple on defense. We're excited to see where it goes.
Now that you enter year 3 as head coach of this program, I mean, it's been interesting the last couple of years listening to your vision, kind of the building blocks of what you guys are trying to do down in Pocatello. So now in year 3, what kind of stands out about what you've done so far and maybe where you guys are still trying to get to?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that everybody really understands who we are and what we're trying to do. And that's we're going to treat people well and we're going to work really hard, and that our guys have a strong belief that we're going to win every football game if we play quality football. In this conference, the worst team can beat the best team. There are quality players at every single institution. So we know it's about us, and our guys have confidence that if we look in the mirror rather than looking over to the other sideline, if we take care of what we take care of, we're going to be proud of the result.
Speaking of quality players, you've talked a lot about returning the throw in Idahoans to prominence. You lost your top 2 receivers as they exhausted eligibility, Jeff Weimer, Christian Fredrickson. However, you snagged a couple of wide receivers in the portal. What can fans expect from that position group this season?
Well, our receivers, first of all, they're led by Keith Price, our outside receiver coach, and Buddy Blevins, our inside receiver coach, do a great job with our guys. And the way we practice, we're so big on having 2 groups and multiple reps and 4 receivers going. Our guys develop quite a bit, and Zion Nunnally and Mike Shulikov will probably be our outside guys. They still got to compete, but they probably have more superpowers than Christian and Jeff had last year, which is exciting. They may not have the full entire bag or the experience, but their ceiling is through the roof, and that inside room has done a great job competing. And I'm excited to see how those guys develop. Our offense gives them an opportunity to develop, but they put in a ton of work in the offseason. They've been wearing me out trying to get the keys to the dome whenever they can so they can get some work in. But I know they've put in a lot of work and excited about a lot of great players on the offensive side of the ball.
Let's go ahead and break down your schedule coming up, because I believe it's opening the season with 3 road games, and like you mentioned, you have a bye. And then look at this conference schedule where you get to host the Grizzlies, you get to host NAU, you're at Montana State, Davis, and Idaho. Just what stands out about this the schedule and the challenges ahead?
A lot of good football teams on that schedule, but that's why you're in the Big Sky. That's the best part about it, is you get to play the best. And I love the opportunity that we get to go kick off the season down in Las Vegas and kind of have a bye after the non-conference to resettle. We got Lincoln in there, but we know that we're going to need to take a breather after those first couple games to get through the grueling rigors of the Big Sky. And you get to play the Grizz and the Cats back-to-back. That'll be awesome. Coach Lamb's going to get it going at Northern Colorado. That's always a tough trip going to Greeley. But it seems, every playoff team from last year is on that schedule? Well, we know we want to be there, and that's always the goal for our guys, to be a playoff football team. And if we got to be the best, we got to beat the best, and we'll get an opportunity to do that this year.
You talked about those first few games and the toughness that they present. How can those first few games help you figure out your identity as you enter Big Sky play?
Yeah, that's a great point, because going into Big Sky play with having the bye after the majority of our non-conference, you're able to tweak a couple things, because you have an identity on offense and defense, but you always want to play to your strengths. And playing UNLV and a Southern Utah, which should have gone to the playoffs last year, and New Mexico, I think we'll get a better idea of what we're capable of, which players are going to be the players that we thought they were going to be, how can we tweak some schemes, add some things, take away some things, and really refine our focus going into Big Sky play so we can be the best version of ourselves when it matters the most.
Coach, looking forward to seeing how it goes. Thanks so much for your time here, and good luck this season.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Take care.
Absolutely. Coming up, Striker Rashid and Nathan Reynolds from Idaho State will join Meg here at the Big Sky Kickoff.